Hello, it's Randy Duck and we're back again for another video, and this time we're taking out the Tier 10 American light tank, the Sheridan. Now we're tuned up in this replay with Swindle and we're on Fisherman's Bay. Yeah, so a fairly decent map. And now the Sheridan, it comes with two different guns. Now you can either use it with the Dirt, which, you know, petty, you're watching his replays, he'll be using. The sort of 760 pen, 910 HE rounds, or you can use it with the gun I like to use, which is the 105mm, which is more, you know, it's a 390 alpha sort of single shot gun. Now, yeah, that's the gun that I think is the best. I mean, if you want to play dirt tanks, and you know, there's other dirt, you know, tier 10 lights you can play, like the Tusks, for example. So I like to use this gun on the Sheridan, and it makes it play, you know, it's different to the other lights in the sense that, in my opinion, it's basically like a quick medium tank, because a very nimble medium tank. It's a damage dealer, in my opinion. I basically play it just how I would play a medium, except from I can kind of take more aggressive positions, because you obviously have that camo and you have that really decent mobility, you know, speed, and just the movement of the tank. It moves really well, so you can sort of, you know, get around the map really nicely. But for all intents and purposes, I do kind of play it just to get the damage. That tends to be how I play. Obviously, you know, sometimes you can use spotting as well, but I do tend to play it like a medium tank. So we're taking this position on Fisherman's Bay. I wasn't getting spotted, which I was surprised, but it looks like they haven't sort of contested this middle area. Now I do get spotted for that second shot, so we're going to try and get out of the way. And as we get out of the way, as you can see, Swindle's driving was terrible there, and he's clearly parked in the way of me, which is unfortunate. But yeah, nothing to do with my driving at all. Unfortunately, Swindle was just in the way of me. So we're going to move round, and you know, once we've got rid of that annoyance, and try and get some more shots. Now, yeah, this TD comes out of nowhere, and for some reason he thought that was a good idea, and as you can see, it wasn't a very good idea, was it? So he's been taken out of the game, where we've got a bit more damage on him. But you see, not a bad start to the game. We picked up sort of, you know, 1,500 damage, almost 1,000 assistance. But we're in this position where, you know, we're able to shoot through these bushes, and we're not getting spotted, even though we're only like 277 meters away. We've got a nice fire. I managed to pick up a kill, and this is great. You can see the sort of DPM on this gun. It's got a really nice reload for a light tank, for, you know, for having that 390 alpha gun, and the gun seems to handle really well. And you see, especially with 6.0 now, like, everything feels so accurate. You really can pick up the damage quite quickly in this tank. So yeah, we're sort of playing a little bit more aggressively there. Now we are risking it, but we're trying to get away just to make sure we don't take a shot. Now you notice I always sort of reverse up to positions. You see there, sort of Swindle's in my way again with his poor driving, but we get past that annoyance. Yeah, try and get a bit more damage. But you notice when I go to that position, I tend to sort of reverse it out, so I can get away quicker. But another sort of unique feature about this Sheridan is you get a lot of bounces from the rear of the tank. It actually has no armour whatsoever, this tank, but there's sort of weird hit points on the back of this tank, and people shoot you, but they're not actually sort of hit boxes, basically. So if you always, you know, when you're running away in this tank, just make sure you sort of wiggle about, and it's a good chance you'll get some ricochets. I've had some very crazy ricochets on tanks on the back of this before, and it happens quite regularly. So yeah, we've sort of moved over. This game sort of, it's dying out really quickly. It's one of those games where we're kind of dominating the enemy team. We've taken the whole map control, and now I'm trying to get rid of this sort of S-bar and the medium in the back of their base. Now they're spotted, so that I can basically move on and get the rest of the damage. You can see where the most of the enemy team now is sort of pushed up towards our base down the 1-2, but I can't quite get there yet because that S-bar's there. So we're going to have to go and take care of him, because I wanted to try and get behind these guys, but I can't do it while he's live. But yeah, he pops up, we snapshot, we hit those, don't we? We're going to go for another snapshot on the move. Yeah, we hit those. That's 6.0 for you. But we need to take rid of him before we can get the rest of the damage, he does get taken out, and now we're in the opportunity to move up behind and just have sort of those easy farms while these guys are distracted. But you can see, you know, we've already picked up sort of 5,000 damage, 2,000 assistance in a game which hasn't really lasted very long. You know, it just demonstrates that you can pick up damage quite nicely in this tank, and just sort of how I tend to play it just for the damage base in this tank. Now I realise I'm not going to get any damage in that barrage, so I'm going to try and go for the RT, but as I do, unfortunately he again gets shut down by my friendly, and that pretty much wraps up this game. So all that's left is to sort of go to the results screen, and we can see how we got on. So, as you can see, yeah, we picked up the win. We managed to get 2 kills, 5,561 damage, 2,535 assistance, got the scout medal. Unfortunately, we didn't get an ace tanker, but that's mainly because we were very dominant high tier in this game. There was a lot of 8s in there, but we did manage to pick up a lot of silver because I sort of played this during the ×2 silver boost. But yeah, for a game which really didn't last that long at all, it just shows you how much damage you can pick up in a very short space of time. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this replay, and I'll see you in a bit for the second replay of the video. Hello, so welcome back for the second replay of the video. This time we're on Pilsen. So yeah, it's not the most ideal map for a light tank, or should we say light medium tank. But you can make it work. Yeah, it can work. We've probably got the better spawn for it to be in a light tank anyway. And that's sort of the first thing I'm going to do with this map, is I'm going to try and take control of the 9-0 line. Just make sure we've got control of this whole ridge first, because you know you've got the advantage of getting there, so you should make sure you've got the whole control of that. And once you've got control of that sort of side of the map, you can then sort of look at the map position, you know, see what's spotted and work out what to do from there really. But first thing, we'll take control of this, and I like to go high on the ridge. It's a little bit risky because you could get shot at, but also it means I've got the first opportunity at spotting the enemies, which means I'll probably get the assistance. So that's why I like to do it. And as we do it, you know, we snapshot a shot in there, get our first pen. Now we want to get rid of this T49 because yeah, he's a light tank, he's stuck in the open, and yeah, we need to get rid of him. Go up for the kill shot, but he gets shot down by our friendly tank. So we are spotted. There is fun police in the game, so I'm going to move a little bit erratically and just get out of dodge. You know, just make sure we don't get shot by the fun police. We'll lose a spot. Now I'm sort of going to go back up to this location. I was thinking, but as I sort of go up there, I think nothing's really getting spotted, and you know, soon few of their teams have already been spotted on the other side. So I'm going to play a bit more aggressively and try and win this side of the map. I don't really know what's there, but I'm going to try and push the pace and yeah, see if we can get shot. But as we do, there's a TD spotted, and this grill gets spotted, and then I'm like, uh-oh. So I'm going to try and get out of the way of the shot there. Grill puts a shot in, misses thankfully, and yeah, we try and put a shot in for a turn. It doesn't pay off. Now I do play a little bit risky here, knowing that there is a grill there, and in a minute you see I'll go for a shot. Yeah, maybe that was a bit, you know, a bit risky. I don't actually manage to pen him, and I get slapped for it. This Skoda then sees me get damaged, and he thinks, yeah, I'll have a bit of that, and it doesn't work out well for him, does it? He gets annihilated by my team. I pick up a bit of assistance and a bit of damage on him, so yeah, thank you Skoda for that one. But yeah, that's why you don't just full send round the corner when you don't know what's covering them. So yeah, he gets taken down. Now I'm just trying to, you know, just poke for shots. It is a bit risky, but they are sort of, I've got teammates that these guys will be looking at, so I'm going to try and get in shots where I can. But you can see I'm getting targeted there, and that's that grill, so I don't really want to take another shot for him, but it's one of those awkward situations where you want to still try and get damage. A lot of our teams this side, and I kind of want them to push in now, because we've got a lot of our team on this side of the map, so I want to push in and win a side, because as always, you know, as I always constantly say in the videos, if you take control of the map, you are more likely to win the game. and that's what I want to do. I want to win this area, so that's done, and then we can just crumble around them and pin them in place and just win the game. And that's what's happening now. Our team's actually moved in, which is good, so I'm going to try and get shots in where I can. There's a lot of tanks for the enemy to shoot at now, so I'm going to try and move out and get in shots where I can, try and pick my shots. Unfortunately, I did get slapped by that Progetto earlier, so now I don't have a lot of hit points to play with, but I'm not going to let that stop me getting the damage. So far, I've only picked up 1 kill, and a lot of our team, has been shut down. There's only like 9 of them left now, but that does change quite quickly. So our team is sort of moving in down the 4 line now, and what I'm going to do is use that to my advantage. I'm a light, quick, nimble tank, so I'm going to try and flank bases. What you can do in these sort of smaller maps, if your team's pushing and engaging, this opens up opportunities to get shots in. So I'm now going to move around and get those flanking shots in. And yeah, we see this in Mill. These are 1 shots. We pick up a kill nice and quickly there. We're going to move around, same principle, just sort of flanking around while our team's engaging, keep them distracted, and we're going to see if we get some more shots in. As we pop round, we see the Jag Tiger, put a shot into him, that's another kill. And again, I'm just going to keep moving around, not going to stay in the same position, just trying to open my angles up for me. My team have got them focused there, so that allows me to, it's quite handy for me because it allows me to move around in my light tank with a bit of space and get some flanking shots into them. We see this Progetto, he's looking at me, misses his shot. I put him on 7 hit points left. We want to take him out now. He's hiding behind this destructible bit of cover. I'm trying to get a shot through it. Unfortunately, I don't penetrate him going through the cover. But yeah, we're going to see if we can get another shot into him, but it looks like he's moving out of way, so I can't get a shot into him. We spot this, we try and get a shot into their back chat there, but we actually hit the E100, so yeah, that's fine. He's a 1 shot though, this bat. We're hoping we can get the kill, and we do. And now we're going to move in, try and get a few more shots into this E100. He's pushed right into our friendly team, putting himself in 1 shot. We picked up another kill, and so we didn't have many kills, and now all of a sudden we're sort of racking them up in a short space of time. Again, we're just moving around. They're completely distracted by our team. They're not in a great position. I'm going to move around behind this mouse, get a shot through sort of the back of this lower plate on the back of his tank, and yeah, now I'm going to go through the back of his turret and I pick up another kill. So yeah, it's one of those ones, all of a sudden I'm picking up kills very quickly. There's another 1 shot, so we pick up another kill. Just one of those games. Now we're moving in. We see this German heavy. We're going to try and get a shot through the sort of side of his turret. He's sort of a weak point there. Unfortunately, this guy just rams me out of the way because he has no courtesy. But it all works out well in the end because we managed to pick up the kill. And very quick game. Not the ideal map for the light, but we make it work, and we managed to pick up 8 kills, 4,255 damage. We get 620 assistance. The game only lasted just over 5 minutes, so it's not a bad result. Made a lot of silver, and we do actually pick up, when we get to it, the ace tanker on this one. So obviously got the Radleys, the Devastator, the Top Gun, of course, and the ace tanker. So yeah, not a bad game for Pilsen, and I will see you in a bit for the final replay of the video. Hello, so here we are for the final replay of the video, and this time we're on Cliff and we're platooned with our good friend Swindle 321. So yeah, Cliff again is it's quite a good map. There is no fun police on this one. There's no tier 8s. It's mostly tier 10s with a few tier 9s. So that's always good because there's more damage in the game. Now I think on this time I've kind of decided that I was going to give going the hill a go and try and take the hill. I don't always take the hill, to be honest with you, especially in this tank. Sometimes I just sort of play a little bit lower down, trying to get the shots in. But I think when I did this replay, I just hadn't to take the hill for a long time, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the hill today. Sometimes as well, especially with this Sheridan armour, as you go up the hill, you do have that chance of ricocheting off the back of your tank base. It doesn't happen on this instance, but it certainly has happened in the past. So yeah, going up here, like I say, get shot in the arse, and unfortunately I don't manage to bounce out. And then I went into erratic mode to try and dodge the other shots. That obviously it was all intentional. That nothing to do with my bad driving. Yeah, we move up, we win the hill, and yeah, we're going to see if we can get some shots now. We wasn't contested going up at the start, so it does mean we can get a few shots in. But here we are now, just trying to put in a few shots. Got to be careful because I'm lit up. They know where I am, so you know they can shoot back at me up here. So I do have to be a little bit careful, especially if I already lose that little bit of damage at the start. But we're going to move up here now. We can see this conqueror behind this building, so I'm going to wait patiently and hope that he just moves in enough for me to get a shot for his lower plate. Unfortunately, he does, given the opportunity, but the shot goes into his track. Now, this is a pain. There's this Progetto here, and I don't really want him to just push round, empty his clip, and kill me. So I do have to be a little bit careful. Now, I do have this light tank with me. So I'm like, if we went in together, then he's not going to be able to take us both, and if he misses one shot, then we're going to kill him. Because for as long as he's up here, sort of stopping us taking the hill, it's just time where we could be shooting tanks and we're not allowed to shoot tanks. So it's always a bit frustrating when he's here. And I was kind of hoping that there is our TD at the back of the map, who would have shots into him where he is now. So I was kind of hoping he would just put a few shots into him. It'd be keeping proxy lit. That's why I'm trying to get a few shots in. But he's not shooting him. I get a bit frustrated. So I try to pop up and take a shot. Don't pin and I lose the damage. But now our light tank's moved up. Now this is good. This is what we want to happen. He has the hit points now after out me and him. So I kind of need him to take the next shot, really. So he moves in, and I manage to get a shot through the buildings, get a shot into him. He misses. He doesn't have. If he dumps his mag, this Progetto, we're going in on him because the DPN on that tank is terrible if you let all your shots go. But I'm just waiting for him to dump his shots. He seems to be firing one and waiting, which is probably how you should play the Progetto. But now our light tank's moved in, it gives us that opportunity to go in. Now it looks like it's going to come for me, but it's not. Like I say, our light tank has a hit point, so I need to go for him because he couldn't, so then we can just take him out together. That's what happened. He's chasing our light tank around, and we're just getting in the shots now because obviously the Progetto's dumped his clip, so he's got a terrible DPM at this point. So we wait, finish him off, and to be honest, our light tank come out of that pretty unscathed really. He only lost a bit of damage from the ram. So now we got rid of him, we can get on with our game and see what we can do. So we're just assessing the situation, and we think, right, what do we need to do first? I'm thinking, right, we need to kill these sort of tanks, this Sheridan and this TVP, I believe it is down here. It's not as great as it was, this position, because they put so many terrible rocks in the way. It makes it harder to get shots in, but it's still doable. As you see, I move into this position, we get a shot in, finishing the Sheridan, and now it's just this TVP. Unfortunately, Swindle gets shot down over there, so he's no longer in the game, but this TVP's pushed out far enough for us to put a shot in and finish him off. But yeah, this is, we're winning this game at the moment. Like I say, it looks like we've won most of the map. We've got the hill, we've got sort of the bow area as well. So we've got full control of this now, and let's be honest, most of their team is almost certainly, is what happens a lot at this Hyman Cliff, just stuck in their base. Which means if we push over there, hopefully we can get some assistance. Now I would have liked to have got there a bit earlier than this, so I was spotting all the guys in there. But like I say, the Progetto sort of held me up for a little bit. We had to kill those other guys, so we got there a little bit later. But it's okay, we just snapped that shot, set a guy on fire, pick up a bit of damage. God, that's the joy of 6.0. Again, some beautiful driving by there. I knew I needed to move into cover, so that's why I rammed that wreck. Again, nothing to do with my bad driving. Yeah, believe that if you like. Move over, get a shot into this sort of pattern at the bottom, and yeah, just trying to get a few shots in now. The guys are already lit up behind me, so that's why I haven't poked up behind to spot those, which I normally would. And we've got opportunities to kill this guy. Unfortunately, the Progetto sort of is driving in where I want to be. I'll try and get a shot in blind, doesn't come off. But now these guys have not got lit at the back of their spawn, I'm going to move over and light them, and hopefully we can get some assistance damage. We spotted this full health Foch and Centurion Action X at the back. So this is a good scenario for us, because as you see, we're racking up the assistance very quickly. But obviously that frost is now focusing us, so we do have to be a little bit careful. But again, I want to try and keep him lit, because I can get the assistance damage off of him. But it does look like a lot of our team's a lot closer to him now, so I might be in their spotting range. But we're going to move in. Yeah, what you say? Not a bad game so far. I've got sort of 3,700 damage, 2,500 assistance. Wait until I lose a spot, and then we're going to spot him again. Get a shot straight for his cupola. He's fired one shot now. Again, he is hard aiming us, which is a bit annoying, because it means we can't get shots into him, but it is what it is. He's getting farmed by our team. We go for another shot into him, go for his track drill. We track him in place, and then we get some assistance off of the tracking damage. I was looking to see if there's any other shots just while he's waiting. Put another shot for his cupola, and he gets shut down. So yeah, just one more tank left to spot up, and that'll be the end of this game. So we're moving in. He spotted up at the corner of the map. We did get the spot on him, and we picked up the remaining assistance. So yeah, that's it for this one. That's the end of the replays, I'm afraid. But yeah, not too bad one, was it? We picked up 4,462 damage. We got the 4 kills. We got 4,000 assistance. We did get the ace tanker. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate everyone's support. And as always, happy tanking.